I'm Sarah Thomas with Light Reading, and I'm here in Denver, Colorado, joined by Greg Reicher, Senior Vice President of Sales of the Americas region for Metrological.
Yes.
Greg, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
So cable operators have been working very hard to integrate premium over-the-top content, and they've shown a lot of interest from their customers when they're able to do so. But of course, it's very challenging, so I know it can often take up to a year. How is Metrological able to reduce the time it takes to integrate it?
Yeah, so from our standpoint, we have a philosophy, and we believe that the MVPDs of the world really want to keep their customers on the couch. I like to use that statement quite a bit, which really means that traditionally today, if you're going to go premium over-the-top content, your Netflix, your Amazons, your Hulus, you're really changing the source to leave your current pay TV subscription and go somewhere else, right? Whether it's a Roku box or an Amazon Fire or Apple TV. And once you do that, the probability of that customer coming back to the pay TV source again is really low, right? So our philosophy is let's help the pay TV operators keep their customers on the couch. And we do that through a couple of ways, through our technology innovations, right? So we've got technology that we really believe belongs in open source. So it allows you to drive standards into the market much faster and adoption. So you've got multiple companies contributing to the technology that's going to drive these standards. And then you've got the ability to do some abstraction technology within the current devices that exist out there. You're not required to go off and buy new devices on that. And it just really speeds the process up in terms of bringing on new content and allowing you to bring new content to the market much faster.
And what does it look like for the customer? How is it seamless?
So, we're seeing that mature really daily, if you will. Back in, years ago, you'd have all these separate application stores, and Metrological was part of that, where you go to these app stores and you'd find the app and you'd go. And, it was good at the time, right? And what we're seeing, though, is it really needs to be integrated into your traditional video experience. Whether that's through EPG guide integration, where Netflix might have a channel on the Comcast Xfinity guide, or through what we're seeing is contextual content coming in with the linear source itself. So it's really an integrated experience with live linear, driving over-the-top content as well to kind of help surface new content for customers or bring new information, those type of things.
And is how it looks up to the operator customer, how they display it?
Yeah, we really believe that it's, the pay TV operator owns the customer. They should have the ability on how do they surface content, how do they present content. But again, I think we're seeing, there's a study I just read the other day that, the approach of having pay TV content and separate over-the-top content, it's still not, it's still not kind of the best approach to do it. It's really trying to integrate that into that, and the customer satisfaction is a lot higher. So give the pay TV operator, do what it does best, aggregate content, present the content in the way they can do it, and allow the subscriber an easy way to view and really to pay for the content themselves.
So once you have a new operator customer, what are the opportunities for them to create additional streams of revenue?
Yeah, so we're seeing it in different, really different areas. In different places of the world in terms of different business models. We've got business models where the pay TV operator is actually providing tiered services to add these additional kind of virtual channels, if you will, for content, and that can be in addition to the subscription per month that we're seeing. There's several of these third-party niche content providers that are actually doing some ad share as well. So we're seeing this kind of mature as we go. Again, we're now just seeing this integration of all of this third-party content really start to go mainstream and see how it's going to integrate into it. I think that the models we're seeing now are only going to kind of morph into something clean. But it's interesting. You're right. We'll see where it takes us.
It sounds like a lot of this is software-driven. It does not require any set-top boxes?
No, from our standpoint, I think the industry, everything is cloud-based nowadays, right? We're in the same boat, right? There is some technology that sits on the device that's just a standard browser technology that's on the device. Again, everything is open source, so that's from an economical standpoint, it's very inexpensive to deploy. But most of the logic is sitting up in the cloud, so it allows you to rapidly deploy things quickly and leverage, once you've done one thing once, you don't have to replicate in doing the same thing over and over and over again. Right. You can utilize that work and be able to deliver that across multiple brands.
And you mentioned that Metrological is real big in the open source community. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your past work there, and then also, you touched on it, but a few more of the benefits of doing
Yeah.
that versus the previous closed approach?
Right, right. Well, as a sales guy, it's tough, right, for open source, giving everything away for free. But from our standpoint, we really do think that the experience is going to drive the business for us, and the experience is a good experience for the consumer and a good experience for the operator. So we've got a browser that we've contributed to open source, where lots of our customers have leveraged. Comcast, Liberty Global are deploying that browser, and again, they're taking that open source community browser and adapting that to their environment, and we're there to help support them if they need to, but they pretty much have the control of that, and we really believe what that does is it allows, again, multiple parties to contribute to this, the maturity of the technology. So Apple's a big contributor, Comcast, there's several of them that are Liberty, those type of things. And we're doing the same with some other technology in terms of integration of over-the-top premium content. We believe that if you can get the scale that's out there, you can get people to adopt it, then you're going to get faster and easier and better integrations for the consumer, and that will drive our business on the back end as well.
You all have the shared goal of keeping people on the couch.
We do, and it's not altruistic. Obviously, there's a goal to make money on the end, but our goal is to really kind of drive the standards based on these open platform-based products, and then we've got services and some other technology that can bolt onto that will drive our revenue forward. But we've seen that it's working great. Liberty's just deployed Netflix on it, and we believe we've got a standards technology out there that now that Netflix is deployed, they're going to be able to drive multiple premium technologies very, very quickly within a matter of months versus years that you're seeing. And then we've got a bunch of our content partners out there, the third-party content, the Red Bulls, the Spotifys, the Bloombergs, the Crunchyrolls, those type of customers that can leverage our technology within their environment and then offer that up to the Comcast, the Liberties of the world.
Excellent. Greg, well, thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.